Hi. In this video, I wanted to test my 3D printer to the limit. Over the last week, I have printed minis for the game Dungeons & Dragons, and I've printed quite a lot. At the same time, I wanted to see how many minis I could get out of one bottle, 1 liter of resin. And I'll give you the answer in the end of this video. Also, I want to paint some of them, but most of them will actually be painted on live stream on Twitch. Yips, I know that's something new, but go there and give me a follow. I will leave a link in the description below. And you can follow from start to end, painting all my minis. But for now, let's get started. This is a 1 liter bottle of standard polymer resin. I'm using gray, but you can use any color. Resin printing is very temperature sensitive, so I have to use a heater in my workshop to keep the temperature about 20 degrees Celsius. If it's below that, the print will probably fail. And the printing is done. It has to drip off. Have a look at these awesome spiders. I'll just have to clean them. I use isopropyl alcohol to clean them. I just shake them a bit before I take them off the print bed. I think it's a lot easier, especially if you have a lot of minis on the same plate, instead of cleaning each one individual. I also use a soft brush to clean them. After the worst is cleaned off, I use a plastic spatula to pry them off the build plate. I know a lot of people use a metal one, but I try to avoid that as much as possible because I don't want to scratch my build plate. And then I will clean the build plate with some paper towel and get it ready for the next print. And after it's done, I will make sure the build plate is tight and secure because I've actually forgotten to do that in previous prints, and the print won't turn out well. It will get some displacements and stuff like that. But for now, let's print some goblins. There they are. Okay, let's go. And then we just have to wait. Now I'll break off the support material from these nasty spiders and get the last cleanup. It breaks off pretty easy. Look at this one. I'm looking forward to paint that. And here's another one. It's a bit more tricky because it has some legs that are a bit crossovers, and luckily the supports are pretty easy to break off. Oh, look at this beast. And after a last bath in isopropyl alcohol, I will give them a blast with my air compressor just to dry them out and get the last resin leftovers off. And now the spiders are dry, clean, and there's still some leftover support material, but I will remove that after I have cured them in my UV chamber. these minis are still a bit soft after the print, so I will put them in a UV chamber just to cure them for about 10 minutes. I didn't get video of my spiders in the UV chamber, so here's my goblins. And I have some beholders and mind flayers as well. And now it's time for some primer. Here's some orcs. I will use a black primer as a base coat. I'll just spray gently even layers from a good distance. I run over it a lot of times just to get the nice and even, and not too much because that would ruin the details of the prints. And the first coat is done. I will use my heat gun with a good distance to dry them a bit faster because I'm a bit impatient. And then they are ready for the next coat. I will hit them with white primer this time, but not all over the figures, because I just wanted it to highlight the top of the figure so the shadows will be more deep. And a lot of my paint is transparent, so it will just make the shadows a bit better. And have a look at these nice details. Now you can really see them because of the white and blacks in the shadows. And then I will prepare my wet palette. I'll make a wet paper towel in the bottom. On top of that, I will use a piece of sandwich paper to keep the paint moist. I can even put a lid on and use the paint the day after. Now I'm going to use this goblin green to paint my goblins. When I paint my minis, I always start from the inside, so that means I will start with the skin and all the bottom layers of the mini. And then I will work my way up and do the clothing, and later on I will put on washes, dry brush and the final details. Okay, now it's time to reveal. How many minis do you think I got out of this bottle? 1 liter of resin. I'll tell you. 127 minis from 1 liter of resin. It took a lot of mess, paper towels and gloves, and of course there was a lot of waste from support material. But all over, yeah, I spent 24 euros on 1 bottle. It took a lot of mess, patience, but I think it turned out pretty well. So if you want to follow me on Twitch, I will try to make painting streams at least once a week through December month. And then you can join me just to hang out, chat, and see how the project goes. I don't know, but I'm looking forward to hang out with you. For now, I will just show you how some of the minis turned out, and I hope to see you soon. Bye for now.